Welcome back, everybody. It is 8:45. We know everyone can get lonely sometimes, which is pretty normal, but sometimes too much loneliness can lead to some serious health concerns. According to a new Gallup survey, loneliness actually impacts more than 1 in 5 people worldwide. Maybe you yourself are impacted, or you know somebody who is just feeling pretty low right now. Cornerstone Healing Center is hoping to help others by launching its virtual intensive outreach program. So we've got Michael here. He's the organization's counselor.
Hi.
To talk a little bit more about this initiative and how to spot it. Good morning. We appreciate you being here.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
So loneliness, I feel like at times, right, everybody feels a little lonely. But what in particular means that, hey, like I felt lonely for a really significant amount of time, and I think this is a problem, there's something going on?
Absolutely. Like you said, everybody feels lonely sometimes, but when it becomes a problem is when you start isolating, when that sadness becomes too intense, when you feel disconnected, when you feel like you're misunderstood, invalidated, you start feeling fatigued. That's when you should probably reach out to someone and say, hey, you know, let's figure something out.
So step one is reach out to somebody.
Absolutely, reach out to someone.
What else should we do?
If we're feeling disconnected, there's a lot of support systems. It's all about seeking support. At Cornerstone Healing Center, we have a lot of therapists who are adept at speaking with people who are having not just issues with loneliness, but sometimes it progresses into depression, isolation, feeling of worthlessness. So at Cornerstone Healing Center, we have a lot of therapists where we will provide one-on-one counseling, group counseling, and it's all about getting them reconnected.
Are you seeing this more now? Obviously, we're still, you know, years removed from the pandemic, but a lot of people for a year, 2 years, a few years, they were at their house and they weren't interacting with the world. So it seems like, you know, loneliness really certainly probably had to increase, and maybe it's stayed higher than we've typically seen in years past.
Absolutely. It became kind of like the norm. The pandemic allowed us to stay at home and feel disconnected, and once everything opened up again, a lot of people just weren't going out anymore. It became kind of a norm, and people feel isolated, disconnected from their family members, especially the elderly, where the children move away and now they're at home alone and they just don't know what to do.
What do you want to tell somebody out there who maybe has experienced a lot of loneliness and maybe that has transitioned to depression? I know that they're not alone, but sometimes when you're in that dark place, even hearing, oh, you're not alone, doesn't make you feel any better.
I want them to know that they don't have to go through it alone. They don't have to go through the struggle alone. Loneliness is a feeling, but that disconnection or that isolation is a choice, and they can choose to reach out. They can choose to call someone, seek help. They don't have to suffer through it alone.
So talk a little bit about this program that you are having. This is a new, and it's a virtual program,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
So explain how it works and the hope that it can help these patients and these people who are suffering.
So our virtual IOP program is an intensive program for those who are suffering not just with loneliness, but with depression, with anxiety, with feeling overwhelmed with life. They get to see a therapist virtually, one-on-one, once a week. 3 times a week, they're immersed in a group environment virtually, where they're with people who have similar problems. They don't have to disturb their lives. We do this in the evening, so if they're working, they can continue working. If they're taking care of children, they can continue their lives like normal. And then in the evening, they find support.
A little time for themselves.
Absolutely.
Finally, we know that therapy can be really beneficial, but yes, a lot of people say, oh, no, I don't need to go to therapy. What do you want those watching to know? Because there still is a little bit of a stigma, right, about therapy.
Absolutely,
like, I know people in my life who are like, I don't need therapy, I'm fine. And it's like, hey, it's okay to go to therapy and get that help.
Absolutely. Therapy is about finding connection. Therapy is about understanding yourself better. It's about seeking wellness and just being happier overall. It's not something that should be stigmatized in any way, shape, or form.
Michael, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Again, have been a licensed counselor for a number of years. You're with Cornerstone Healing Center. Hopefully you've helped some people out there, and maybe if they're feeling lonely, they get those connections and they get back on the right page.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Thank you.